Oh, good practice. Need to practice standing. Strengthening. He's standing on his one leg.
What? He's doing that? You're not holding him up? Oh my gosh.
Make sure you're safe. And I hold this leg up, but he's doing that work on
He's standing on that leg by himself. Oh my god.
Good job.
Good boy. Wow, Hershey. That's impressive. I can't believe he's actually standing up. I can't believe it.
Just making sure you don't fall. You're doing all the work, Hershey.
So you're barely holding him, right? You're just,
He's supporting his weight.
he's supporting his weight, but he would fall over if you weren't holding, like, you're spotting him.
I am spotting him.
It's like when dudes work out at the gym, they have someone spot them. Hershey, you're working out at the gym. Boy, Hershey. Like a puppy. everyone. Sorry to I'm sorry. So I'm going to explain what happened to Hershey. When we rescued him, he was paralyzed and he had back surgery. And as you can see in the video, he was doing really well. He did have 2 setbacks over the last 3.5 years where he lost use of his legs, but his amazing foster mom, oh my God, Nami, she is a certified animal rehab therapist. Both times that he had a relapse, she brought him back. She knew what to do between acupuncture and muscle massage. I don't know what we would have done, where she would have lived these past 3.5 years if it hadn't been for Nami and her husband. Wow, what a gift that has been. But so Hershey never got adopted. He had one really great application once, and this must have been about 2.5 years ago, and it was a family. Oh, they were so nice. I think they might have lived in Colorado. They just sounded so nice, but they had children. So I have to tell you, we have talked about Hershey having stranger danger, and I want to explain a little bit about how that presented for Hershey, but also that wasn't all Hershey had in terms of his behavior. So when we say that a dog has stranger danger, we have a couple of them right now. We have Elsa and we have Rosie. What that usually indicates is that the dog is not great at being introduced to new people and usually have to follow a protocol. It's also not a dog that's a candidate to hang outside a Starbucks with you. Dogs of stranger danger have to have careful handling when meeting strangers, but generally with people that they know and trust and they've bonded with, they're really affectionate and trustworthy, and you can do anything to them. And that describes our dog Elsa and Rosie. I'm fostering them both right now. What Hershey had, in addition to stranger danger, he had, how can I describe this? He would get reactive when he was overstimulated. And so let me preface this. Hershey was such a good dog. He was the sweetest, submissive, nicest dog 95% of the time. So the 5% of the time when he was not safe because he would use his teeth, it was always a situation where there was some quick overstimulation or noise or barking or excitement. And what would happen in these situations is Hershey, his brain he wasn't in control. Like his brain would just go bite. And then as soon as the bite was over, he would feel awful. And then we would feel awful that he felt awful because we knew that he didn't mean to bite people. The first time he bit any of us, it was me. And I always prefer that I'm the one that gets bitten. I never want someone else to absorb these dog bites because I feel really responsible if anyone else gets bitten. So the first time was me, and that was like 3 years ago. And it was a situation where I went to visit. I walked into his foster home. He was excited and barking, and I reached down was reaching down to adjust his belly band, and he panicked. He bit me. It was pretty deep, but no long-term damage to my hand. No long-term damage. But after that, we were really careful. We're not going to adopt him out to any home with children. We're just really looking for an adult-only home for him. And then he bit his foster dad, and I'm going to say this was maybe a 1.5 years ago, and he loves his foster dad. But the situation was he was coming home from work, and the dogs were barking, excited to see him. And Hershey, again, his brain gets cuckoo when there's stimulation. Hershey's brain just went to bite. He bit his foster dad in the leg. He actually bit him through his pants and broke his skin. Again, it wasn't that bad where there was any permanent damage. And then in early December, the last dog bite, it was bad. It was bad. Hershey bit his foster dad. And again, it was nothing. It's like Hershey's brain just, he has this out of body experience when he gets overexcited or there's stimulation, and his brain, he's not in control of his teeth and he bites. So this time it was bad. He had bitten his foster dad. He got him between the thumb and the forefinger, and it was really deep. And his foster dad is a human surgeon, so he knew what to do. He cleaned it out really good. He examined his own hand. He didn't go to the hospital, thought it would be okay. And then 12 hours later, he was in the emergency room because it was nerve damage, and he had lost feeling up his whole arm to his armpit. It was really scary. He was in the hospital for 2 days. It was really scary. He was in the hospital. They were aggressively doing IV antibiotics. And luckily, he didn't have to have hand surgery, but he had to cancel a lot of surgeries that he was supposed to do for his job. So there was a lot of people that were affected by this. So luckily he did not have permanent nerve damage to his hand. It would have ended his career. But at that point, I knew it was time. We had to say goodbye to Hershey. I knew it. I knew that it wasn't safe. And it wasn't Hershey's fault. He was a good dog. He just his brain would take over. It was I knew instantly that it was time for us to send Hershey over the rainbow. I knew right away. His foster mom and dad had a really hard time with it. And his foster dad said, "What if I promise not to touch Hershey anymore?" Which is not realistic, right? I mean, just seriously, it's just not realistic. How can you not touch Hershey? He's going to come up and want pets and cuddles. Yeah, so we made the decision, and then for a couple weeks, Hershey was just spoiled. He got anything he wanted. He got steak. He got pastries, ice cream. He got anything he wanted. And we had scheduled it for Christmas Eve because my vet, Dr. Karen, oh my God, thank God for Dr. Karen. We arranged this in advance. She came over to my house, or my guest house. And the other thing is, we couldn't have a mobile vet go into Hershey's foster home because he really guarded his home territory. So it had to be done somewhere outside of his foster home. And we didn't want the stress of him going inside of a vet office. So his foster mom drove, like 3 hours. It was raining terrible on Christmas Eve here in Los Angeles. And she drove 3 hours in the rain to get him to my house. And then we did it in my guest house, which is like a little homey environment, but it wasn't Hershey's space that he owned. And then Dr. Karen came over, and his foster mom brought a bunch of steak. We were giving him steak, and he was wagging his tail. I think, you know what? His foster mom is a professional animal communicator, and she had been communicating with her. Hershey completely knew. He not only knew, he was looking forward to, which I don't understand at all. It's just interesting. Humans, when we think about, if we know that we're going to pass away, we don't look forward to it. It's just interesting that animals like Hershey knew, and he was looking forward to being released from his body. And so it's been almost a month. Hershey's been showing signs. His foster mom has been seeing all sorts of signs that he's been looking out for her. And I haven't gotten any signs, but it could be that I just never get I don't get signs from dogs like that. But so Hershey went over the Rainbow Bridge on Christmas Eve, and then his foster mom has the ashes, and let me see if I can find. She has a beautiful little thing where she set up his ashes. Here's where his little. That's his ashes and his paw print, and then there's a second paw print for me, and then that's his photo. That's his Christmas photo that was taken December 23rd. And then, oh, here's the message from Hershey. Okay, I'm going to read this. If anyone wants to listen, this is the message that his foster mom got when she did his last communication with him, and this was January 7th. This is Hershey's message. Okay. A message from Hershey. When you lose someone you love deeply, especially a soul you are connected to beyond words, it can feel as though your heart breaks into countless pieces. Each tear becomes a sacred thread, quietly shaping your heart into something new, something deeper, something wiser. Every emotion you feel is allowed: grief, fear, guilt, regret, longing. These are not weaknesses. They are part of being human. You came to Earth to experience, to learn, and to grow through both joy and pain. These emotions are not wrong or dark. They are precious teachers, just like love and happiness. Feel what you need to feel, but do not let sorrow harden your heart. Let it move through you. Even in the darkest moments, there are quiet blessings waiting to be noticed, like stars shining in a dark night. Some may think my life was difficult or that my ending was sad, but the truth is simple. I was deeply loved and I lived fully. Life is not measured by how long the body stays, but by how present the soul is while it is here. The present moment is a gift. The past brings wisdom. The future is unknown, but now is where life truly happens. Because I lived in the moment, when I released my body, I felt whole and complete. There is a lot of suffering in the world, and every being walks a different path. Please do not judge. Every person, every animal, and every soul is here to learn through their own experiences. We are shaped by different lessons, yet guided by the same source. Some call it God, some call it the Creator, some call it the universe or divine love. The name is different, but the truth is the same. I have not left you. I have only stepped beyond my physical form. I am like the wind. I am like the wind. You cannot see me, but you can feel me when you become still. I am present in quiet moments, in warmth, in love. My life mattered. Your love mattered. Love does not just disappear because it cannot be seen. Every choice you make, even the ones that feel like mistakes, is part of your growth. Nothing is wasted. You are always supported and guided by God, the Creator, the universe, and by those who walk before you and continue their soul journey beyond this world. One day, understanding will come. Until then, choose kindness. Stay open. Forgive when you can. Be gentle with yourself and others. This is the path of unconditional love. I am grateful for every step of my journey, even the painful ones. Each moment guided me exactly where I needed to be. What feels heavy now will one day reveal its meaning. Please remember this. Your love saved me. I lived a beautiful life because of you. My life mattered. But even more important is what love teaches us while we are here. Hold your loved ones close. Hug your furry friends. Tell them you love them often. Love is all that truly matters. I have learned unconditional love, and I know that you are learning it too. When you hear my name, do not cry. Smile. Smile. I came into your life to bring joy, connection, and love. That has never ended. If you feel sadness, anxiety, regret, or grief, know this: you are not alone. You are held, you are supported, you are guided. Walk gently through this world with an open heart for yourself, for others, and for all beings. Okay. Not looking my best right now, everyone. I apologize. I'm just gonna pull up some pictures from. I'm gonna pull up some pictures from December 24th. I was never able to cradle Hershey like a baby or hold him and cuddle him because I was nervous of getting bitten. But here was after he had passed. I was able to hold him like a little baby. That meant a lot to me. And then his foster mom, Nami, was holding him as well, but she was able to hold him more. This was right before.
Good boy, Hershey.
Nami and I were both with him.
We love you, baby boy. So proud of you. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry to not have a happy ending for Hershey, but I wanted to be honest with everyone about why we sent him over the rainbow. And it really was just to keep we rescue dogs, and we want to go to the ends of the earth for them. But the one thing that is a higher priority is the safety of humans. And some of the things that I think about are like, what if Hershey was out on a walk and someone like with children just ran up to him and he got overstimulated and his teeth came out. I could not live with myself if I knew that he wasn't safe 100% of the time, and he could potentially he would have bitten again. He just would have, because he's done it 3 times in 3 years, and to people he knew. So imagine what the possibilities would be if he had bitten a stranger. I know that not everyone's going to agree with this decision, but honestly, there was no other choice. And there was no life for Hershey where people wouldn't touch him and pet him. How sad would that be for this amazing, affectionate, sweet boy who just loved people and wanted to be pet and touched, and he was so affectionate. So what kind of life would that be for Hershey if everyone stopped touching him? So anyway, I'm really sorry, and I hope that our supporters and fans will just be kind and not be critical of. It was a very heavy decision, but I hope that our supporters can give us the grace to just accept that we had to do what was best for any other humans that he could have bitten in the future. And thank you. And if everyone wants to just light a little candle and think about happy Hershey and think about all the positive things that he got to experience in the last 3.5 years, instead of just being sad. Like he said, let's smile and know that he's like the wind. He's like the wind and he's everywhere. Okay. Thank you so much for your understanding, everyone. And we had rescued our new boy Ravi from the North Central Los Angeles City shelter, which is the same shelter that Hershey was rescued from 3.5 years ago. So maybe Hershey had something to do with having us go rescue Ravi. I don't know. Anyway, thank you and have a good night. Bye-bye.